Well, welcome to another brand new day in Life with Sandy. I'm going to start my day off with a grapefruit, a hard-boiled egg, cup of tea, and a glass of water. All 0 points. Well, hello. Today is Tuesday, January 3rd. We do have some birthdays today. Today is Amy Green's birthday, so Amy, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Candace Stevens' birthday, so Candace, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Candace. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Yen Oak. Yen, you've been with me for a long time. I remember your name. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I know my voice is starting to crack just a little tiny bit, but we got room for one more song because today is Sophia Kitchen's 11th birthday. She's Margaret Robinson's granddaughter, and Margaret let me know that Sophia watches me. So Sophia, you're probably well, this will be later. You'll be out of school by now. But Sophia Kitchen, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sophia. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope all four of you have a great birthday. My granddaughter's name is Sophia, but she spells hers different. She spells it S-O-F-I-A. And when Christy had told me she was going to spell it that way, I told her it sounded like a couch. She got a little upset with me. But now I like it. I like both of them. I really do. So hope all of you have a great birthday. I do think I sound better. I think I do look better. I woke up this morning and I feel a lot better. I actually went to bed. I was really leery about going to bed early last night. I find like at Mary Fran had this incident the other day. Mary Fran had no excuses. She went to bed like at her normal time. On New Year's Eve, I think it was. Yeah, she went to bed at her normal time. And then she woke up at 12:04 for the day. I've had many, many, many experiences like that, Mary Fran. I understand what you're saying. But I am like a baby that got my days and nights mixed. Trying to get me back onto a normal schedule, I guess, is going to be a little bit more difficult. I find that if I go to bed before midnight, that my body thinks I'm just taking a nap. And then I wake up like 2 or 3 hours later, wide awake for the day. And so I'm kind of afraid sometimes to go to bed a little bit early because I'm thinking, you're not going to get a full night's sleep. And especially since I've been sick the last couple of weeks. Today is officially 2 weeks. I know I kept telling you on my videos, I'm not sick. I did take a COVID test, more than one. They come back negative. So I whatever I have is a virus that's going around that everybody seems to have. Not everybody, but everybody around here seems to have this virus. And today is my official 2-week stay that I really started not feeling well. Although I would say for the first 10 days, I was in denial. And I don't know so much that it's denial. I like to look at things positively. And I just kept thinking if I thought I was sick, I would act like I was sick. And then I would go, oh, like I was sick. So I kept fighting it. I kept fighting that feeling. And maybe I would have got sicker. Maybe I would have got better quicker if I would have went to the doctor quicker. I don't know. So, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. I really am. I got to get rid of this little call. Just a minute. There. It was annoying me. But it did help me to make a major decision. Our insurance has switched. Jim's retired from the National Automatic Sprinkler Company, which he put sprinkler fitters in for fire protection. And we have excellent coverage. We actually have really good coverage. And then we got a letter at the beginning of December that they were changing it to an Aetna plan that does Medicare, that the doctors have to accept what Medicare is actually offering to pay because that's all they're going to pay. And so my doctor that I have right now does accept that insurance plan. So that was all set with that. So I was thinking, well, but my doctor has moved and moved and moved. And my first doctor that I really liked retired. And then the one that took over the practice we really liked. And we just always stayed with her because we really did like her. I've told you before, we don't like her office staff because her office staff is just annoying as hell and very rude. And even when you complain to her, she does take heart to it, but not really because she still keeps them. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But so I was when we got the new insurance forms and we had to go online and, register and all that good stuff. I was thinking, you know what, maybe now's the time to find a doctor that's closer to our house. We're getting to that age where, you don't want to drive a half an hour just to go to the physicians. So I was looking at the plan and I found one that's like a minute and a half away from my house. You can't get any closer than that other than right next door. And the advantage to it is it's practically right next door. I can get there like within a couple minutes. The urgent care that they're also a part of is like maybe 7-8 minutes away, the urgent care that I would go to. The downfall is the hospital is the one that Jim went to, which is 45 minutes away. I live in an area where there's not a lot of hospitals. It's just, I don't understand why they haven't built more hospitals in this area since the population is growing. I understand why they didn't originally because this was used to be all farm country, but now it's a thriving community that needs a hospital, let alone a fruit market. Because every time a new building goes up, the joke on Facebook is it's a fruit market. Hashtag it's a fruit market. Not, because it's not. It never is. The closest fruit market is about 25 minutes away. And then we have an Aldi's by us, but like I see all these great hauls from these Aldi's by other people. Not so much by ours. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just all right. I'd rather just get my fruit and vegetables from Kroger's because it's about the same. And the prices are about the same too. So anyway, neither here nor there. I'm going to start this new year off knowing what I'm talking about and not get off track. Although we know that's going to happen because that just happens. I start talking on something and then I forget and then I remember and then whatever. It seems to amuse people. It amuses me. As long as it amuses me and it amuses you, I don't have a problem with it. But anyway, so yesterday I told you I was deciding whether or not I was going to go to the clinic or go to the doctor's. Well, I didn't want to go to the clinic because it's an emergency room clinic. So everybody goes there for everything. And that means that you'll be there forever because as quick as they are, they're not really that quick. Like when Jim went for his bowel obstruction, we were there 5 hours before they transferred him to a hospital. I just didn't want. And then another thing is, since everybody's there for everything, and I would have a mask on anyhow, I just was afraid I was going to pick up another germ. So I decided to call my family doctor and make an appointment to see her. And I knew I wasn't going to get in yesterday. I knew that. But I thought if I could get one in later on during the week here, then I would be fine. So I called. And as always, when you want to make an appointment, it goes to a voicemail. You can't talk to an actual person unless they call you back. So the person, I left a message that, like I was feeling really bad. I needed to have an appointment, that I had been sick for 2 weeks, blah, 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 all of that good stuff. Left my phone number, and I called them yesterday, probably around 12:30. Okay, I gave them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they were at lunch, because they do close their offices between 12 and 1 for lunch. But then I thought sometime during the afternoon, they're going to definitely call me. Never got a call. So then I thought late at night last night, I thought, well, maybe they're just had yesterday off because New Year's is Monday usually is the official day because we didn't have mail delivery and our banks weren't open and that. So I thought, well, maybe they had Monday off. So I thought, I'll get a call on Tuesday. I know I'll get a call on Tuesday asking me how I'm doing. Do I need an appointment still? Blah, 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 all of that. It is now 3:15 in the afternoon. Their office closes in 45 minutes, and I have not received a call asking me how I am. Do I need an appointment still? Did I go anywhere? All of this good stuff, which led me to my decision to finally bite the bullet and get a new doctor. I love my doctor that I have. If she could be moving over here, or if she could have got rid of her staff, maybe I might have stayed with her, but no. So Their office closes in a half an hour. Anyhow, I got to talk it over with Jim first because we go to the same doctor for our, like the same internist. Actually, we go to the same doctors for everything. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to talk it over with Jim, which I know he won't have a problem with it, especially since the new insurance that we have now, we had prescription coverage, and so we have to switch the prescription coverage over to the new plan. And so I have to get new prescriptions anyhow. So I thought, well, now's the time. This is my new year. This is my year. I'm going to make my major changes in my life. And I just know that I'm going to do better this year. I don't know what it is. I have always had this feeling in the past that, this is the month, this is the day, this is the week, this is the time, all of that. And it just never panned out. But I just know it this time. I spent the whole year refocusing as many times as I thought I needed. And I refocused a lot, let me tell you. I can really pinpoint the time when I really, truly started to kind of give up on my journey was when I changed my channel name. I love my channel name. I'm not changing my channel name because this is Life with Sandy. This is what you get, Life with Sandy. But I think that when I changed it from Let's Get Fit, because I wasn't getting fit. I was not following my plan. I was not doing well. And I just felt kind of hypocritical with that statement, with that channel name. So I thought, let's change it to Life with Sandy. I'm still going to lose weight. But I can really pinpoint my downfall to changing my channel name because that kind of gave me permission to just share my life with you, but not necessarily worry about losing weight. And I'm not going to do that anymore. I put on my quote for my breakfast, which you'll see after I'm done babbling here, is take the first step, then another, and then another. And what seems impossible can be done. I really do need to take that first step. And I think the first step I took this year was acknowledging that I gained 35 pounds in 2 years. That's a big acknowledgement. I'm proud of the fact that I kept off 50 some pounds. I'm very proud of that fact. But kind of ashamed of the fact that I gained 35 pounds. This is my life. This is my struggles. I have no problem sharing that with you. I'm not saying that I'm disappointed in myself just to beat myself up. I'm just saying I'm disappointed in myself because that really kind of snaps me back into reality. I never wanted my parents to be disappointed in me. And if they ever said they were disappointed in me, it really got me really thinking, I can't do that again. I can't disappoint them. And so I would make changes so I would never have that happen again, that I would disappoint them. Obviously, I disappointed them again. I was a teenager growing up. I was a child growing up. I was an adult growing up. I made mistakes, and I know that I disappointed my parents at some point in my life. But I think that I acknowledged the mistakes that I made and corrected them and did better. And that's what my plan is now, is to acknowledge my mistakes, which there were quite a few in the last 2 years. One of the mistakes was changing my channel name. Am I glad I changed my channel name? Yes, because I do like my channel name better. But it really kind of led me down a slope that I really shouldn't have taken as far as attitude-wise. Changing my channel name did not change my weight loss or my weight gain. It just kind of contributed in the fact that it gave me a permission to kind of slack off. And now my life with Sandy is going to show you a richer, fuller life. Although I don't know how it can get any richer or fuller because my family, if you watch my channel, you know my family is my whole life. And it just reminded me that I need to take better care of myself because I had people calling me today because they're doing their calendars and switching stuff off. And they needed significant dates, birthdays, anniversaries, things like that. How old somebody's going to be on this birthday, how many years somebody's been anniversary. I know all of this stuff off the top of my head. I don't need to look at a calendar, although I do write it in a calendar just in case that day ever comes that I need to have it in a calendar. But it reminded me that I needed to be here for the people that depend on me, because I have so many people in my family that depend on me, and I like that feeling. I like the feeling that I'm being looked at as somebody that they can depend on. And being sick this last 2 weeks made me realize that, you're not getting any younger, as they always say. You're not getting any younger. Each day you don't get another day younger, you get another day older. So I have to realize that things are going to affect me differently in my life. I don't like to think of myself as old as 73. I really don't. But I'm old. I don't, my body physically is old for 73. But my mind and my attitude and all that, I'm very young. I have the attitude of someone like in their 30s or 40s. I really do. Maybe sometimes a child even. Who's to know? But I think that I have to match up my attitude of how I feel age-wise as how I feel mentality-wise, because I like acting like a small child sometimes. I like acting younger than I am. And I like my body to feel younger than it is. And one of the reasons my body is feeling like it's 73 is because I have not taken care of it for the last basically 2 years. I've fooled it into thinking sometimes that I was going to do better. And I did do better for a little bit of time. But then I got worse. And so I can't do that anymore. I don't take vitamins, which was when the way I've been eating for the last 2 years. I should have been taking vitamins. Bringing it back to, once again, I'm 72 years old. I almost said 73 because this is 2023, but I'm 72 years old. I think I said I was 73 earlier, didn't I? No, don't age yourself, Sandy. You're talking about getting old. I'm only 72. I'm a spring chicken. Well, I'm not a spring chicken that anybody'd want to have. Like when you say a spring chicken, you like it. I told you this story before. My mother, when she would pick out like a turkey from a fresh turkey, would always pick the turkeys that were at the front of the cage. And the guy would always try to talk her into the ones in the back of the cage. And she'd say, no, the ones in the back of the cage have been here long enough to know that the ones that are taken out of the front of the cage never return. So I want a fresh chicken or a fresh turkey. I'll take the one right in front, the one you just put into the bin. But so once again, I don't know why I was talking about that. See, we knew the New Year wouldn't start right if we didn't know why I was talking about that. Oh, because I'm no spring chicken. It came back faster this time. I'm really happy about that. But I don't take vitamins, which I should have taken vitamins. I really should have taken vitamins this past 2 years because in the past, I was eating so healthy. I was getting all my vitamins through my food naturally. I didn't need to take a supplement of a pill that somebody manufactured and put the vitamins into it. I was getting it from my fruits and my vegetables and my grains and my proteins and my starches and, my carbs and my fats. I was getting all of that stuff naturally in my body. And that's why I think I did so much better. And I just think that, that now that I'm eating a little bit healthier, I'm feeling a little bit better. Which comes back to the original. Now I realize how I was so far offline is because I had made some notes. Because as I'm getting older, I need to make some notes. But going to bed too early. Because we started the conversation off talking about Mary Fran going to bed too early. And oh my gosh, it's 17 minutes in already. I'm babbling too long. I hate having too long of a video. Anyway, before I lose that train of thought again, I went to bed last night at midnight. Because I was so afraid to go to bed earlier than that, but I didn't want to go to bed too late because I think my body really needs some rest. So very reluctantly, I went to bed at midnight. And I know people are saying, Sandy, normal people go to bed at 11:30. You're going to bed at midnight, you think you're doing really well? When you go to bed at 2 and 3 in the morning, midnight is really like the crack of dawn going to bed, or like dusk, not the crack of dawn, dusk, going to bed at dusk for me. But I went into bed, and I did toss and turn a little bit, because in my mind I'm thinking, you're going to bed too early, you're going to wake up, you're going to bed too early. But I fell asleep, and I slept until 10 o'clock this morning. 10 hours sleep. And I think that's why I feel better today. I know I still sound a little sickly, but I have to tell you, I feel 100% better than I did yesterday. I'm still not at 100%, but I feel 100% better than I did yesterday. But I'm feeling a little guilty because I usually have my whole house done with Christmas by New Year's Day. And look at it's the 3rd of January, and I have no desire or attempt to want to take any of my decorations down yet. Because I don't want to overdo it, but then I don't want to just sit around either, because I think I need to get moving to kind of get my muscles moving again, rather so they don't get so atrophied. Is that the word? Anyway. So let me show you. I'm going to show you my food today. I'm going to try to stick pretty much to my menu. The exception being, I told you I was going to have pork chops today, but today I'm going to have the stir fry that I was going to have yesterday. So I was going to show you making it, but I don't know. I'm running too long into time here, so I don't know. We'll see. It'll all be a surprise to both of us. How's that sound? So Okay, let's see what I had for breakfast. Okay, breakfast today, we're going to have some oatmeal, a cup of tea, and a banana. Today is Tuesday, January 3rd. My quote is, take the first step, then another, and then remember, it always seems impossible until it's done. My morning snack, I had an egg and grapefruit and tea for 0 points. For now, my breakfast, I'm going to have half a cup of dry oatmeal for 3 points, quarter cup of 2% milk for 1 point, my cup of tea, and my banana for 0, so it's a 4-point breakfast. Okay, for lunch, I'm going to have a salad and another 32 ounces of water. It is an 8-point lunch, 0 for my salad, which is the lettuce, cucumber, and tomato. And my 32 ounces of water is 0 points. 3 points for my Olive Garden dressing, which is 3 points. 3 points for 28 grams of feta cheese, and 2 points for 6 olives. So there's my lunch. Okay, real quick, this is how I make my stir fry. And here I have an onion, a half of an onion, a half of a green pepper, half of a red pepper, and probably 6 mushrooms. 1 chicken breast cut up, and I seasoned it with some Lorry salt, some garlic salt, some everything but the bagel, and some Progresso breadcrumbs, and 2 tablespoons of Italian dressing. So let's get started. Okay, first off, we just put a little bit of oil in each pan. Not a lot, just a little bit. And stir it around a little bit. You want to make sure the pan is hot. Then I'm going to put, trying to do this by hand, like a tablespoon of garlic. And then I'm just going to put my vegetables in there. And then just stir them around. I'm cooking it at like a medium heat. And then, whoops, got it. Turn it the wrong way. And then in this pan, we're just going to add chicken. Like so. Okay, you want to just have the chicken kind of separated so it'll cook a little bit better, a little more evenly rather. So we're just going to fast cook this till it's done. Make sure these don't burn. And then you let your water come to a full boil. And you take the easy way out. You get the boil in a bag, rice bag. And then you push that in there. Put the lid back on. And you cook it for 6 to 8 minutes. Okay, once your vegetables are sauteed the way you want, you just add them to the pan over here. Obviously I got a little bit more to put in there, and then you just stir it together. And then I like to add a can of Mattel's diced tomatoes and green chilies. And I just add that in. And then I simmer this for probably about maybe 5 minutes, just so the tomatoes get blended in and heated. So once I plate it up, I will show you the finished product. And there's the finished product. I actually got a little bit left I can have for my lunch tomorrow. So it is a 10-point dinner, 2 points for the chicken. The reason I say 2 points is because I use the Italian dressing, 2 tablespoons of it, so I'm using that. 6 points for my rice, where's a cup of rice, 2 points for just a little pinch of cheese, and 0 for my iced tea. I ended up the day with 22 points. Well, that's almost done for tonight, but I did get a card in the mail today from Sparkling Susan. Let me read it to you, if I can get it open with one hand. It says, Sandy, Jim, and family, wishing you a healthy, happy glee in 2023. Oh, I see what she's doing. Wishing you a healthy, happy glee in 2023. Happy New Year. Susan Radar. Sparkling Susan. I'm actually feeling better, Susan. I hope you are too, because she's got COVID. But she's been posting on Facebook, and she looks pretty good. Well, I haven't seen her, but I mean, she's sounding pretty good. I should put it that way. But I did take a couple of my decorations down, but now I'm ready to just relax. I took off my dining room table, my kitchen table, all the decorations above the kitchen table, and my middle island in the kitchen. But that took me like 2.5 hours because I took a lot of breaks. I don't want to overdo it, but I didn't want to be like a a slug and not get anything done. So I'm just going to do a little bit each day until it gets done. I really love having all my stuff up, but I'm ready for it to get back to normal, as they say. So, but that's going to do it for tonight. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if somebody might like to see it. I'm telling you, I'm back on track. I just know it. I have a purpose in mind for the month of January, but I'm not going to share it until February, the first Monday in February, what my purpose was for January. So you might want to watch to see.